just funny to just believe it and just roll with it.
That's all you can do.
Just let it go, man.
That's really all you can do. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I also will say something was very off and very weird about how this quarterback situation was handled going into Seattle.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, they came to the right decision.
I would agree.
How they came to the right decision, I guess that's all left up for interpretation at this point.
Yeah. And once again, man, the cause and effect element of it. If Kenny has never said anything or his Kenny play had been more consistent, none of this type of stuff comes up. But when you get Mason Rudolph playing well, now the new convo becomes, okay, he's done this back-to-back weeks. Is he your guy? If he does it again this week, is that the guy you're rolling with for the postseason if you get in? Those are the new questions that started to get asked now. So for Kenny, man, I hope that between those, Bengals situation and the Seahawks, at least, man, do with all the little things you need to do. I thought him addressing it with the press conference was smart.
Right off the bat.
Get ahead of it, man. Nick it in the bud. Don't allow it to linger because the media is going to run with it, man. They got a sexy story about quarterbacks right now, man. And between the way that people have already felt about Kenny, you had a divide. People loved him or people hated him, man. So this is only going to add fuel to that fire. And now that it's Mason on top of that and how people viewed Mason prior to his performances, it really is going to come on Kenny. You know what I mean? So for him, man, just get to work. That's the one thing I'll just say. If I could talk to him directly, man, you block out that noise, but just focus on your craft. Because eventually it's going to come back to you. No different than it came back to Mason. No different as it's come back to Mitch. If that's here or if that's another organization, you're going to get another chance. You're a first-round quarterback, bro. It's going to happen. You just got to be ready. You don't know when it's going to happen. Heck, it could be the second play of this game if Mason got hurt, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Man, we saw Landry Jones start versus the Cleveland Browns and get hurt 2 series in, and 7 had to come off that bench and play the rest of the game. That could very easily be the case for Kenny Pickett. Heck, that could have been the case for him in Seattle.
Could happen in the playoffs. Could happen whenever.
At any point in time.
Yep.
You look at Mason Rudolph and how he's handled and operated throughout his tenure here and how it's come back to him and how he's thriving in this moment. And the team has responded. Because we looking and saying that's the steal away. That's the culture, right? Underdog story. We want to root for the blue collar guy. We want to root for the dude that's failed. Man, nobody likes you. Now you really got to fight to get your respect back. Well, Kenny, to an extent, it was given to him in terms of the starting role. Kenny, to an extent, this was kind of just, since you had success at Pitt college-wise, here, come get on the platform here in the NFL. Given to him. Now, he's falling from it, right? Now we get a chance to really see, man, can he work it back? Because if he ever gets back on top, bro, they going to love him. The same way they're going crazy for Mason right now, because like you feel like he's one of us, man. Oh, this is one. I think about some of the comments we done had about Kenny, man, in terms of how they view him, his temperament, stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's like this is going to give him a chance to really prove what he is. I don't think he can verbally get it out there because, like you said, when you start putting pieces of stuff together, it just looks weird. But it's like, yo, you just show up every day from here on out, man. Just show up every day. When we on the sideline, I don't want to just see Mitch Trubisky be the only guy that daps up Mason Rudolph after Mason does something positive. I don't care that Mitch was in uniform and Kenny's not. Get up off the sideline, make sure you dapping your homie up. That's the other stuff that just make it look kind of weird at times. You're like, bro, just make sure everybody locked in, do what you're supposed to do with that stuff. You know what I mean? That's what we saying going forward. Man, even if you got to fake it, bro, put that fake smile on for that camera while you out there on game day. But that's what he's going to have to just be a little bit more cognizant of just because of the scenario, unless he wants to keep having to answer to this type of stuff or these type of rumors and stuff that's going to keep coming up surrounding him because it's easy to do right now. Nah.
Yeah, we're off Pickens body language stuff.
Right, we off of him. We ain't got a Mad Canada anymore. So it's like, okay, Kenny, yeah, it looks like it's on you now, buddy. And now with Mason playing well, now we get to start backtracking. And they're like, well, hold on. Was it really this dude? Was it really that? Was this really going on? What if we had already started and where would we be?
Might be undefeated with Mason right now.
But either way, you know what would happen? It would have still been a record-breaking 17th consecutive non-losing season to start a career for Coach Thomas. That would have happened regardless. Mason, Kenny, throw a little Mitch in there. Either way, that's constant. So shout out to him for that. But yeah, man. Either way, we would have been straight with it,
Made some big money this weekend.
I like your energy.
Hit that over.
I like your energy,
the win
baby.
Total.
I like your energy. We're going to get the 10-piece. You know that, right?
We better.
We're going to get the 10-piece.
We need to make these playoffs. I think we're going to be a team to be reckoned with.
I think so, too, man.
So I'm with you. Kenny's just got to stay locked in because I don't think the Steelers are moving off of him.
Nah.
He'll be back for 2024. And depending on how you view him, like I feel like that's a good thing, at least in my opinion, because I still think he can be a legit quarterback in this league. I think he could be the Steelers' answer. Yeah. But it's going to be up to Mason whether or not, I guess, not only his play, but it's going to be up to Mason, too, whether he wants to come back because he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. Mm-hmm. But if Mason keeps playing good, we get in the playoffs, we go on a run with Mason, then
think about how
things
quickly
get really
everything has shifted, bro.
But either way, like Kenny's going to be back on this roster. He's going to get a chance for 2024 to compete.
Yeah. And we talked about that, too, man, in terms of just what we invested in him. When you invest a first-round draft pick on a player, it doesn't matter how bad they look. They're going to get about 3 of them years, man. Easily. 3. Easily. You think about it. Do the math on all the dudes that we think have sucked at times. League-wide. You like, bro, you're going to get 3 just because of what they had to invest in you. They got to make sure that they know right or wrong, even though at times we're like, bro, we could have told you this, heading into year 2. That's just how they operate, man. So Kenny's going to get a chance.
It depends on how Mason plays.
Yeah. The one thing I was...
To where, who has the upper hand going into 2024?
Oh, no. Let me clarify. I was saying he's going to be on the roster.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he's going to have an upper hand. No. Like, if Mason keeps playing like he's doing these past 2 games...
in a playoff run or whatever.
For certain... Bro, think
and
about...
And that's if Mason wants to sign back.
If Mason's the person that were to get us in the postseason after the Patriots-Cardinals situation... Yeah, man. How do you not say he has the first go at it? You know what I mean? This all
if he keeps playing like this, that's a top 10 quarterback,
right?
Bare minimum. I mean, if you want to argue, based off some of the quarterback play we've seen this year, that's top 5 or 6.
Think about Geno Smith, right? Geno's a $100 million quarterback. We saw Geno make plays in that game, and I thought Geno played a really good game. And it's like, just think about where he is as a quarterback.
He's viewed top 15 probably.
I'm watching Mason. I'm like,
yeah, Mason played better.
Okay, you see what I mean?
It's not even a question.
And that's a $100 million quarterback, man, that has already led his team to a postseason as well.
Yeah.
So when I look at Mason, I'm like, okay, you keep showing this. I've already seen this blueprint. We're facing it right now, and you're doing that. So think about how Seattle's looked with Geno. I'm looking at Mason like, bro, if you're playing like this can really go, because think about how much better our defense looks now.